We demonstrate now working with the SMC, creating ontologies. We will create two ontologies, UML and SML. We will do this on the desktop of the semantic mediation container. Let's bring up the desktop, and the desktop is running on our browser. We will reduce the clutter on the screen by hiding all these types of elements and just concentrate on ontologies. We can create an ontology by clicking the plus icon and fill in these properties. We want to create an ontology with the name UML. So the namespace is built like that, and the version is very much the same, but with .v0 at the end. The name will be UML, and the prefix will be the same. We have checked to initialize it as an OSLC, and we update. Now this one has been created. We can look at what has been built for us. We can see that we have several things here. We have data property, object property, class, which are generated to create kind of a top level elements. If you click on this icon, we can see a graph of a rendition of this ontology with everything that we have defined. We will not go over this. Let's get back to the ontology here. To edit it, we will run Protege. Here Protege starts, and here is the Protege working desktop, and this one window is the window for accessing the semantic mediation container elements. We entered here the name of our server with the port number, and we click refresh from server. It has successfully refreshed, and we see here our ontology. We will open it with the button at the bottom. Now click into the Protege. We can see our ontology over here. We select it. We can look at the entities. We can see that we have UML classes here, one class defined, and we have top object property, which is UML object properties. We will create everything underneath these properties. Data properties over here. We also have our data properties here. So we create data properties under the UML data properties and object properties under this one. So let's continue. Let's create a class named class. So this is the UML. And let's create a sibling to it using this icon, which we call object. And in our object properties, we'll create object property called has class, and a sibling one we'll call has object. And we will for the has object, we have here a window for specifying properties of the has object property. So we can define the domain, which will be has object is a class. Class can have an object, and the destination, the range, is going to be the object itself. So we click and say OK. So now we have, if we click on usage, we can see that has object, its domain is a class, and its range is object. It's a property of UML object properties and so forth. Has class will be the inverse of that. The domain will be an object, and the range will be a class. Now we will save it back. Save to SMC is on the menus under File. Our dialog comes back. We can select. We see ONT 101 is already appearing here, so we can simply save it, and it finished successfully. If you go back now to our the browser, this is the ontology as we viewed after creating it. We can simply refresh it. It will bring up the new ontology, as you can see here. Now we can see that we have 3 versions. We can look here on the graph to see how it looks. It's a bit tangled, but you can see that has object is pointing to the range, which is an object, and to the domain, which is the class. And we have also everything that we've seen before. So this is the updated ontology. This concludes the creation of ontologies. Thank you very much.